please encourage me to create new videos. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for your support. In this video, we are going to look at the basic code example of creating threads in Java by using the Runable interface. High-level steps for creating threads in Java by using the Runable interface are: Step 1. Define the task. Identify the task that you want the thread to perform. Task could be any code that you want to run concurrently, such as processing data, handling network requests, or performing the background tasks. In our case, task is counting the characters in the string. This is the corresponding code walkthrough of step 1. Here you can see that we have identified and defined the task, which is counting the number of characters in the string. We have static method, which is character count task. This method takes string as input argument and return number of characters in the string. Step 2. Implementing the Runnable interface. Create a new class assuming name as myRunnable that implements the Runnable interface. This class assuming name as myRunnable represents the task or unit of work that you want to execute concurrently. This is the corresponding code of step 2. Here you can see that I have created the class myRunnable, which implements the Runnable interface. This new class myRunnable represents the task or a unit of work that you want to execute concurrently. Step 3. Override the run method. Override the run method of new class assuming name as myRunnable. This run method will contain the task piece of code that you want to run concurrently. This is the corresponding code walkthrough of step 3. Here you can see that I have created the class myRunnable, which implements the Runnable interface. This new class myRunnable represents the task or a unit of work that you want to execute concurrently. We have private declaration of string variable input string that holds the string that we are going to pass for counting the characters. This is the constructor of myRunnable class that accepts the input string as an argument. We will be counting the characters of this input string. Now we have overridden the run method. Run method will get executed when we are going to start the threads. This line will print the name of the current thread that is running. In this line we will call character count task to get the number of characters in the string. This line will print number of characters in the string as obtained in the above line. This line is for catching any exception while running this block of code. Step 4. Instantiate the runnable object. Create an instance or object of the new class, assuming name as myRunnable. This instance represents the task to be executed by the thread. This is the corresponding code walkthrough of step 4. This is the main class where we are going to create the runnable objects and start the threads. We have two input strings. We are going to count the character of these two input strings. We have created two instances of runnable objects. You can consider these instances as tasks, myTask1 and myTask2. Both of these tasks does not have start method. This is the main difference when we create the thread by extending the thread class and when we create the thread by using the Runable interface. Please refer the previous video of creating threads by extending the thread class. I have provided the link on the top of this video. Step 5. Create a thread object. Create a thread object and pass the runnable instance which we have created in step 4. This is the corresponding code walkthrough of step 5. Here we have created two thread objects, my thread 1 and my thread 2, and we have passed two runnable objects, or we can say two tasks, my task 1 and my task 2, in the constructor of both these thread objects. Step 6. Start the thread. Call the start method on the thread object to start the execution of the thread. This will invoke the run method of the runnable instance, which we have created in step 4. This is the corresponding code walkthrough of step 6. Here we have called the start method on the thread object to begin the execution of the threads. Now I will show you in more detail by running this example. Now I am going to run this program and I will show you the output of this program. In the console, you can see two threads are running and their names are assigned by the JVM, thread 1 and thread 0. This is the output of number of characters in the string, input string 1 and input string 2. This is the main class that get executed. We have started two threads, my thread 1 and my thread 2. When we start the threads, the control goes to the run method. Code inside the run method gets executed. You can see output in the console. For better understanding, please download the code from GitHub repository. I have provided the link in the description section of this video. Please encourage me to create new videos. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for your support.